Hello again. This is Nicole Ortiz, and I'm doing another video talking about my interfaith slash cross-cultural experience. And this is actually something I did before the last video I made, which was about going to Scientology church. For my first interfaith slash cross-cultural experience, I went to a Know Your Rights event, and it was at I think it's called the Muslim Educational Trust, and it's outside of Portland, and it was this really beautiful Islamic school. And I went there, and there was kind of this conference room set up with a lot of chairs, and they were all full, and in front of the chairs was a table, and at the table were these three people who I later found out were each lawyers in some capacity, and they each dealt with they each dealt with refugee and immigration rights. And so when I went there, I kind of thought that we were going to just get an overview of what your rights are when you come to this country, whether you're undocumented or not. But what actually happened was there's this room full of people, and they all were asking questions back and forth to these three lawyers. And now I'm going to answer some questions about this event.
Please provide a description of the activity in which you participated. Sights, sounds, smells, tastes, symbols, themes, and the space.
I mean, I kind of already did that for us.
Please provide a description of the faith community or communities which you participated with.
Yeah, I wasn't completely aware of everyone in the rooms of faith that they had, but I know that a number of them were Muslim because of the location and just from them speaking and asking questions based on, the questions that they asked about how they might be treated because of their faith and things like that. So, there you go. Next question.
Please provide a response by someone from that tradition to the question, what is it like to practice Islam, Buddhism, Judaism, etc. in U.S. American society today?
Thank you for asking. By the way, I have a lovely cameraman. His name is Forrest, and he's my husband. Say hi, Forrest.
Hi, Forrest.
Yeah. Anyway, so I didn't specifically ask someone that question. I didn't feel like it was an appropriate time or place to do so. I was there. Sorry, he's laughing on the camera. Okay, I was there more as someone observing the space, and but kind of from what I understood, especially since this was a very diverse place, everyone was mainly talking about their fears of being in this country and talking about their fears of what would happen if someone made an assumption based off of how they look or based off of their faith. And so that was kind of the general topic in the room. Next question.
Provide your thoughts on the experiences and identifying what you learned about yourself and about those outside your religious framework in the process.
One of the big things I learned was that people's fear is very real, and I knew that before, but to actually be there with people who were panicked and asking, like, what happens if I leave the state? What happens if I leave the country? What happens if I drop my kid off at school and ICE takes me? Like, that was, it was made more real to me, and I guess I just didn't fully realize the extent of people's fear right now. And something that kind of broke my heart was the fact that these events are even needed. The fact that we're even having events in locations that are safe for people so that they can know what their rights are. And also, I learned just how complicated things are and how far ICE and deportation people will go to deport people, like even breaking laws or finding loopholes through things, making up fake warrants to get into people's houses, like these ridiculous levels that they'll go to try to take people from their homes. And that was really surprising, because in my mind I was like, oh, I mean, they're probably still working within the law, even though this is really like a crappy way of doing it. But what I found out was that they're not exactly doing that. And so that was really, it was really scary to see the power that these people have. Is there any more questions?
I think you're good. It says